Hey guys, welcome back. This is your host Maverick here, and we are watching another episode of Assassin's Pride. The penultimate episode, in fact, because this series is coming to an end, I believe, in 12 episodes. So, well, honestly, I just hope that we can end on a sort of strong note, right? I mean, I don't think it's that much of a secret that I don't really think this is a very well made series. It's got a lot of problems in regards to story, and it has its issues. It's on and off with its animation, right? I feel like the animation quality in the first few episodes was pretty good, and then it gradually kind of slowly declined, right? The dialogue is, I don't even want to talk about it. But, you know, I've said this many times before, I really like the sort of setting, the sort of aesthetic it's going for. It's just, I don't know, I feel like there's no way that this original for this was this poorly written, right? I'm sure that it was much better, otherwise it wouldn't be so popular and famous, and receive an adaptation, right? So, another case of an adaptation screwing it up, right? But anyways, I don't want to be a downer right now. We are in the last arc of the series. We get reunited with some of the main girls again. At least I assume they're the main girls because they appear in the opening. So Miru and Shalasha, right? So even though their relationship seems to have been resetted somehow, like it's almost as if they never became friends. I don't know. I feel like at the end they're still going to be staying or be standing by Marita's side, right? And then of course we got this entire situation with Marita's father, because we don't really know if that is a true father or not as well. Perhaps there's going to be some development in regards to Marita and the head of the House of Angels at the end of this series here, right? So anyways, let's get into the episode and hope for the best. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Only you? Yeah, what about Rosé? If there's anything that I do really like about this anime, it is the opening. Anyways, let me skip this real quick. See you guys in a second. And back. Messengers of Death. Hmm. The first, I mean, you guys have already adventured somewhat. Or oh, isn't that the thing that she got? Well, that's useful. Yeah. Then it wouldn't be a labyrinth. A labyrinth. Really?
魔法書の効果を試してみなくっちゃ。どんな効果を発揮するかわからないのに。だからこそ使って確かめてみなくちゃいけないじゃない。魔法の呪文はOnce Upon a Timeよ。なんだかドキドキする。Once Upon a Time。何これ。あらあら。リタどこ？なんだか私スースーしてきたんだけど。
What's happened? Oh. Outfit change? Hey, that's nice. I guess this is a different kind of fan service. Alright, I dig it. Going along with the Once Upon a Time theme as well. Ruby. Oh. The Red Riding Hood. And what that saw. Yep. Absolutely fan service. Go touch them. Ah, man. I wish I heard him about now. What? That's it? That is way too short. What? That's it? That was easy. Okay, more. Right. Couldn't have been that easy. What? What? What kind of situation is this? I mean, how ridiculous is this? They're literally being librarians right now while Merida is off there fighting against some really weak-ass imps. Mm. Oh. Where's the book? Okay. There we go. They're making it awfully epic for just putting a book back on the shelf. Oh man. Oh. Class samurai. Ah. So that makes her secret. I mean, disregarding, like, their actual intentions, what she says is true as well. Yeah, let's get back to the main story. A zombie? Those certainly look like weak-ass zombies. Kurodo. Great, we don't need a self-introduction, man. Where did all of those appear all of a sudden?
守るものがある。それこそが私の誇り。あなたなどに指一本触れさせはしません。
Hey, Kufa. Whoosha, whoosha. Ooh, nice. Whoosha. You going to die?
昇降機でペローナの魂を読んだのは私たちなのです。あなたたち
What?
なぜそのような真似を。お父様からの命令で。まさかこんなことになるなんて知らなくて。
Oh, wait. So were they all part of like the trap for Merida? Why would their father order them to do something like this?
罠って
Okay, there we go.
リタ、私たちが受かったのは6等級じゃない。一つ上の5等級試験。なぜ騙したの？
Yeah, it's a samurai.
クラスは侍。シクザールのお兄様にお知らせしなくっちゃ。
Bye bye.
リタ、捕まえないと。
I feel like he's probably going to have to. Yeah. This is like in front. In front of everyone? Really? What? And who are you? Oh, okay. Yeah, why are you? What are you doing here? Like, again, it feels like we have... I feel like they really skipped a lot of stuff.
一同を代表し、心よりお礼を申し上げます。包帯の騎士様。
So bandaged. What? Is there gonna be romance between these two?
一難去って何よりだけど、向こうはやばいことになってるかもよ。どういうことだ？ギルド・グリムフィスが学院に侵入した。 犯罪予告を送りつけたのは君を遠ざけるためだったんだ。今回の連中の狙いはメリダちゃんじゃない。真の狙いは学院の生徒たち全員の命。
For what?
偽の父親の一件が公になる前に目撃者を全員口封じしようと。
Huh?
彼女らを置いてきたのは正解だったようだな。
クーファ先生。
ご安心を。お嬢様たちを連れて戻ります。
おお、いたいた。
Oh, hey.
お前さんがウィリアム・ジンか。入団希望者なんだって。
What?
情報交換を希望。
お前さんが知りたいことってのは。
ランカンスロープを人間に戻す方法について研究成果を共有してくれるなら。
Should you really be
僕はスパイとして
talking about this in front of, like, everyone?
どうだい？
お前さん、ひょっとして人間に戻りたいのか。
その質問は関係ない。イエスかノーかだ。
様子見だ。お前さんが有益かどうかはこれからの働きで判断する。OK？
ああ、今はそれでいい。
This dialogue.
ここを管理するラモール助講爵から情報が入った。ビブリアゴートにつながる2つの扉に予定外の動きを観測したと。一つはモルド流武具商工会の管理する扉。もう一つは三大騎士公爵シクザール家の管理する扉だ。扉は第18階層にある。この件を調査するのはクーファー。お前が適任だ。
あ、
捕まえた。教えてミュールさん。私たち友達になれたんじゃないの？どうしてこんなことするの？メリダちゃんのことが好きだからよ。ワンスアポンアタイム。
What?
逃げて、メリダさん。ピーター。
シクザール家の狙いは何だ？お嬢様の秘密か命か。もしお嬢様の命が奪われる時が来るのだとしたら、それは私だけの役目だ。
Hmm.
どうして
Alright, let's talk about this after the ending. I think there... I don't know. If there's a little bit after this, I'll bring you guys back. Otherwise, see you guys in a second. And there we go. So, the parting words from Kufa was pretty cool. If I correctly interpret it, I feel like it's sort of tying back with the title of this anime, right? Assassin's Pride, right? On his pride as an assassin, right? If there's anybody who's going to kill Marita, it's going to be Kufa, right? I feel like that's what he's trying to say there, and that is a pretty cool line, right? Definitely one of the few highlights of this episode so far. And really, again, I don't really want to be mean or anything, or like just continually to harp on the series, but I really wish they could have took the time to properly develop the plot instead of it having jumbled pieces here and there and whatnot, right? And if the light novel was originally already like this, then I really don't have anything else to say, right? But I do feel that it couldn't have been such a jumbled mess. And the thing is, if you know that you only have 12 episodes, right? Instead of trying to, show everything, I feel like it would have been better if they tried to maybe just go through some key points of the story instead, right? Instead of trying to make it specifically end in whatever manner, like for instance right here, where I feel like they were rushing all the way because to get to this arc, because I feel like there's going to be a big development by the end of this arc. Like maybe Marita's secret is finally known to people other than Kufa. Well, I mean, it's already known right now, right? But some major development, right? And that's the reason why they chose this arc to be the final one. But instead of that, I really wish they could have instead develop the characters a little bit more, right? Like, for instance, the bandage dude, we have no idea that Kufa was actually on good terms with him, right? The last we saw of him, he was threatening him and telling him to, to go back to your client and tell them to think this through before coming back to fight me again, right? Something like that. And now suddenly they're allies in a certain way. Like, when did that happen, right? Or the stuff where, how come the girls, the other girls, they were part of this plot as well because their father ordered them to read one of the magical texts. Like, why, how were they controlled or whatnot? Like, those kinds of things, right? It just comes out of nowhere, and it leaves a very unsatisfied feeling in terms of the plot, right? Literally, things happen for no apparent reason, and you're just left hanging there, right? Now, I get it, not everything needs to have a reason and a cause and effect, but it does help fully flesh out the story, make it reasonable, make it plausible, and it would better help immerse us into the story itself, right? And by the way, that scene there with Kufa talking with Bandage Dude, I love how they're talking about these, these secrets and whatnot, especially, and even the secrets of Merida and her father right in front of the other girls and the headmistress, right? I mean, I guess conceptually they might be a little bit further away, but the way that the scenes were drawn, right, it seemed that they were right beside them the whole time. So, But anyways, that's kind of nitpicking the animation, right? Definitely the bigger problem here is that we don't have a coherent plot development and coherent character development, right? Like, say for instance, Muro and Sala, right? We know absolutely nothing about them, even though they presumably became friends a few episodes ago, in previous arcs, and now suddenly they're here again trying to quote unquote expose Murda in a sort of way, except maybe not, and really the whole thing is just a mess, right? And beyond that, really the other thing that's almost on par with the story in terms of being the weak link here is the dialogue, right? The dialogue, I don't even want to say anything anymore. The dialogue, honestly, like, did they not get a good writer or something for this? It really feels like something like a high school or middle school student would write, right? And the dialogue is so unnatural here, and it turns a lot of scenes into basically, I'm already too distracted by the, like, what the hell are you saying? And then, the scenes themselves don't have the impact that they could have had, right? Like, honestly, the basis there is fine, right? I like the sort of different elements that they're using, so on and so forth. It's just that it's not tight enough, if you guys get what I mean. It's a very, very loose story, and if just the pacing of it and the development of it was tighter, the dialogue was a little bit better, then I feel this could have been a pretty good anime, a pretty solid anime, right? But as it stands, meh. So anyways, I talked a little bit about Mule, and from this episode here, it seems that maybe she's not actually completely on the antagonist side, right? Or at the very least, she's not really doing this for, the traditional stuff that we think about, such as pride or power, wealth, prestige, whatever, right? It doesn't seem like she's being motivated by these kinds of factors, but what is it? And does she truly believe that she is an ally to Marida's side by exposing her secret, right? Or is that just a mumbo jumbo that we're going to take care of in the next episode? And really, like, come on, if it was really that complex a reason and they are still going to end up friends in the end, I feel like even one episode is not enough to completely develop that kind of story, right? So I can already kind of tell that the next episode, the last episode, it's probably going to be rushed as well, and we're not going to be left with very satisfying resolutions in terms of, the girls, in terms of how they interact with each other, in terms of their relationship with each other, so on and so forth, right? I certainly hope that's not the case, but I've got a bad feeling about this. So, anyways, that's Assassin's Pride episode 11. We're near the end now, and, well, what can I say? Go listen to the ending, go listen to the opening. that's probably one of the few things that I really don't have any issues with, right? And hopefully you guys enjoy the opening and endings as well. They're both on Spotify, as far as I know. So, and Apple Music and whatnot. So, I mean, Spotify has a free tier, so you guys can just go listen to that. Anyways, that's it for episode 11. See you guys next week in the finale. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.